tank review. Okay, that was bad. Hey guys, welcome back to this another Core Build Space Program video. It's been a while, gaming videos, because I've been busy mapping. But since I've split my channel in twain, I think that was, the mapping is, the mapping videos are just an excuse for not making gaming videos. But anyways, today I'm gonna be doing some tank reviews on my tanks, because why not? So how should I put this? This is pretty much, I used a mod called FDC Armory, yes, or FDC, yeah, it's a mod called at FDC. Link in the description. I know that the developer have a YouTube channel, but I can't remember his name right now. All of this is made possible by him, and check it out. So this is pretty much a few tanks I made, and by a few I mean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 tanks. Well, tanks in quotes for these two. So this is pretty much a little lore thing I've been coming up. It's a country called the Nusgal Commune, and it's pretty much, these are all World War II-esque tanks, but it's 1945 to 1947 in a fictional world. But let's actually get onto the tanks. So this here is a little armored car, the KMX-M 1945. It is used at the very beginning of the war, 1945. It's kind of like the World War II, but pushed back a bit. And it's a little armored AA car. I'll drive it around at the very end, just because I don't want to mess up this line. So this is the AA version, 37mm cannon, and this is the other version using the PaK 40 cannon, or Cap 40 as I call it in this universe / lore. And these two radiators are meant to be windows. I think they look okay-ish. So yeah. This cannon can decimate quite a lot of tanks on the enemy team, which will be coming out soon. And few tanks here, wheels. It's actually really small. It's just that, yeah, it's really small, pretty much just a rolling gun. So it's also, I think it might be called the Frog as its nickname, because it kind of looks like one, the eyes and the 4 feet wide body. I don't know, I'm just rambling. Okay, now actually onto actual tanks. This is the light tank, KMX KRL Car 25T. Is obviously just a replica of the real-life French Char 45T, and even though it's a light tank, it's freaking gigantic. I mean, that's a medium tank, and this is a light tank. It doesn't make much sense, I know. But I mean, look at the LVT. It's a light tank, but it's like a freaking boat. Anyways, back to tank reviews. So, if it has an auto-loading cannon, or at least in the lore, I don't know if it actually works. Anyways, moving on. This is the KMX EAS using the AMX ELC BIS cannon. This thing is relatively small for a medium tank, or maybe it's medium size. It's just that the Car 25 is gigantic. Decent mobility, decent armor, and also you might notice that all of these tanks are using HE, it's because FDC Armory doesn't really their shells kind of ignore armor, and so the HE is actually the most effective because you can just blow up enemy internals, because once again ignoring armor. So everyone is using HE, and this cannon can also do some artillery things. So yeah, hatch over there, and this is pretty much a tank made from the EAS's chassis, the KMX Strum, obviously using the Strompanzer turret, and is 150 millimeter and can pen most enemies. No, not pen. It can just kill people, once again, ignoring armor. And there's actual seats for crew to sit in. It's open back. It's kind of like the Japanese Horo, Horo. Big gun, but no armor. It's kind of like that. Anyways, time for this behemoth. Actually, no. This behemoth. The ARL-45 prototype. This is pretty much the version. It's kind of like T-35 of the Russians in World War II, aka big tank with lots of guns. You can see there's a alternate pack 40 cannon. There's this Reynolds 13.2 and 37 mil cannon, and there's this main cannon, ARL-44 cannon. Once again, using HE. This thing is surprisingly mobile for such a big thing, but I mean, how are you supposed to operate this thing? The gun rings are very much overlapping, and so they switched it up for a more traditional design. One turret, and it also have a AA turret, the same gun that the M1945 uses, and shooting down aircraft. But the gun ring is freaking gigantic because, well, it used to house a few of these turrets, but it got rid of them because it's too complex. So you will notice that it's really tall, and people will definitely aim for this. So in the next version, ARL-46 production variation, you can see that the gun ring has been armored up and sloped, so harder to penetrate. Actually, also, I've just made these up. It doesn't actually matter. Once again, ignoring armor, FDC. So also, you might notice this one is really low to the ground. I just kind of switched off spring and dampening because it was rolling everywhere. Well, not rolling, it just didn't stay still. So to force it to do so, it switched out the 37mm for a 30mm, and quite effective against aircraft. And finally, this is one of my favorites, the ARL-46 Mod 1947. The gun ring is slightly wider and shorter. It has an additional 12.7mm cannon. The HMG in the hole, so it can fire a bit more firepower. It added side skirts and for extra protection of the tracks. And man, I can't talk. I haven't recorded a gaming video with voicing for way too long. So this is the ARL-46 Jagged, which is pretty much, imagine it as a Jagged Tiger, pretty much. It's using the Jagged Tiger turret cannon, 128 millimeters. Wait, just here's a demonstration. Sicka boom! Oh wait, that's the wrong cannon. Let's wait for it to reload. Also, yeah, there's no realistic crew. It's just one single crew on these. There's no, because it's hard to implement actual crew in their actual placements because the internals. Also, yeah, some of them use other mods aside from FDC, like procedural fuel tanks, as you can see here. And yeah, just compare the ARL-45 family, like kinda like the IS.
Bereit zu feuern!
Bereit zu feuern, whatever. Pick-a-boom. Yeah, the sound effects really good. Why didn't I explode? I one-shotted that before. Anyways, that's about it for the tank lineup. Heavy tanks. Also, yeah, the ARL-45 are heavy tanks. I forgot to talk about that. Medium tanks, light tank, armored cars. It's a pretty big roster, if you ask me. But I have even more tanks in that is of the enemy faction to this, the Nusgal commune, as it is known. So yeah, here's the 37 millimeter. Let's shoot it. Boom. So yeah, I know this video might not be the best quality. I know maybe it's not maybe. It's definitely because I haven't recorded a voiced video for such a long time. That's why I'm messing lines up. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like it, punch the like button. And actually no more of that cringy outro. It's copying other people. So if you think that you want to see more content like this, just subscribe, hit the like button, ring the bell, whatever. And thank you guys so much for watching, and goodbye.